GTA 5 is one of those games where you can learn something new every day and be like, oh, I never knew that. And there have been many vehicles this year that the community have slept on, some of which might surprise you. So enjoy this short video, and here are the top 5 most underrated combat vehicles in 2025. And coming in at number 5, the Insurgent Pickup. The Insurgent Pickup is a highly underrated vehicle which doesn't get used too much in GTA free mode. Why is it underrated? Well, let's break it down. First of all, we both know that this and the Night Shark share similarities, such as amazing explosive armor resistance, and yet somehow people do favour the Night Shark more. The Night Shark is only good for one thing over the Insurgent, and that's the fact it doesn't have a blip on the map when you drive it. But with the Insurgent Pickup, you can drop explosive mines when somebody is tailing you, or if you do have a buddy with you, they could be a gunner on top of the car. And let's not forget that just like the Night Shark, if you don't have the window plates, you can also throw sticky bombs out of the window, if explosive mines weren't enough. It's one of those tactical vehicles, and the reason it comes in at number 5 is because while it doesn't have all the bells and whistles, it is a vehicle that you can use to counter griefers in more ways than one, while still being safe inside your almost indestructible metal tin can. Number 4, the Sparrow. The Sparrow helicopter is often used as an emergency transport vehicle when you need to get stuff done quickly but can't be bothered to call your mechanic. But because it's a weak and fragile air vehicle does not mean it hasn't got good offensive potential. The Sparrow is pretty neat, and mastering the art of free aiming with the Sparrow is something you should definitely try right now. Because of its size, it's very flexible, and if somebody on foot is giving you a hard time, it's an opportunity that you should never say no to. Railguns do have a hard time taking you out of the sky. I think it's because the hitbox is just slightly worse. Either that or the bullets just go straight through the window. The homing rockets aren't too bad either, and can be shot without taking any breaks. Sorry about that, I was getting a bit carried away. Most choppers such as the Buzzard attack chopper cannot shoot as fast as the Sparrow, and that right there is already a 1-up on the Sparrow. Number 3, the Savage. While the trend for the Savage is slowly coming back, it's not a vehicle you should overlook, and even though it's far down the war stock list does not mean it's forgotten about. Don't worry, we still love you. The Savage is a risky vehicle to play with. While it does lack defense, it does make up for itself with a very strong firepower against other players and vehicles. It is the only chopper on the game which has a cannon as the gun, and this will shred absolutely anything on the ground in almost an instant, including tanks. And as well, the Savage is very easy to fly and handle, which makes practicing this very fun. But a word of warning, if you do crash or slightly bump this thing too much, then your chopper will be smoking more than Snoop Dogg does. But for only $2 million, I would recommend purchasing this because it's very good to practice free aiming with. And also, the Savage doesn't have a unique blip on the map, so it's one of those helicopters where others don't know what you're flying until it's too late type of thing. Number 2, the Thruster. The Thruster jetpack has really shone its light in 2025, and it's an incredibly underrated vehicle. The jetpack can outrun vast majority of homing rockets if you fly in a straight line. No, seriously, if you have an oppressor spamming rockets at you, just fly in a straight line and it won't be able to kill you. And on top of that, it's the only weaponized vehicle that you can use in passive mode. You can't use the rockets in passive mode, but you can use the vehicle itself. So if you are in a hairy situation, it's never not a good idea to use it. But make sure the situation doesn't get this hairy, because what the hell is that? Other than that, how do we use it for offensive combat? While the homing missiles are absolutely garbage, it does make up for it by being a free aim rocket killing machine. Put on your thermal helmet, scope out targets, and practice free aiming. Because nothing is more fun than killing those pesky griefers over and over if they're struggling to get inside a vehicle. And also, the jetpack is extremely flexible with its strafe mode, and the ability to fit down many corners where most vehicles can't get to. And finally, at number 1, the APC tank. When you think of a tank in GTA 5, you usually think of the Rhino or the Gunship. However, its baby brother the APC is usually often forgotten about. The APC can do everything that the Gunship can do, but it does have a better feature, and that is the absolutely amazing rapid fire missiles. This vehicle can be absolutely solo friendly when you learn how and when to use it. And if you do have a buddy inside this tank with you, then you're practically unstoppable. The explosive resistance is decent, and it can also drop explosive mines. It can also float on the water like a duck. Just don't feed it any bread. If you are taking out aircrafts with this, then you won't have any problems, even with the Avenger. But if you do have vehicles such as the Oppressor Mark IIs on you, it can be more challenging. So going somewhere where the Oppressor Mark II is extremely exposed is the best and easiest way to fight them off. For example, in tunnels or parking garages. Driving backwards when approaching your target on foot is also a good shout, because the APC has no windows in the back part of the vehicle. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you all had a good Christmas. As we're approaching the end of this year, I do have way more planned for my channel next year. It's been almost a year since I've been taking YouTube seriously, and without the support and love from you all, I wouldn't have had the motivation to do it, so thank you. And with that being said, I will see you next year in the next one.